Right now, we're focusing on our air quality as wildfires continue to rage in Canada. It's getting a lot worse here in Wisconsin.
And he was the village president. Now he's facing some serious criminal charges. We have the accusations in this child sex assault case.
And that smoke from the wildfires creating an air quality advisory in effect until noon for all of southern Wisconsin. Looks like the worst is coming through this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Thursday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchine. Thanks for waking up with us. The biggest news out of the Weather Center today, those hazy skies, the smell of smoke in the area.
Yeah, I actually could smell it this morning coming into work, so that smoke is now near the surface, and that'll be the ongoing situation throughout the morning. That's why we have the air quality advisory in effect until noon, and obviously they'll decide later this morning whether or not they'll extend it. But I think the bulk of the air quality issues are going to be this morning, so try to limit your time outdoors, at least for the next 6 hours or so. Temperature visibilities are down as well because some of the smoke. 2-mile visibility in Juneau, 4 in Madison. Some moisture might be creating a little bit of contributing some of these low visibilities. 1.75 miles in Boswell and also Lone Rock at 3-mile visibility. Winds are out of the north. That's what's bringing in some of that smoke now down toward the surface as we're sitting at 59. So a fairly mild start to the morning, even though the thickest of smoke will be this morning. Still going to be hazy this afternoon. Warmer weekend. Temperatures in the lower to mid 80s, it looks like, and only a small chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Father's Day. Otherwise, the drought issues are going to continue. Temperatures are likely to be rising through the upper 70s later today, as we'll see hazy sunshine throughout the morning hours. Temperatures are low 70s early this afternoon. Actually, that smoke may keep temperatures down a little bit from where we were. So some smoky conditions on the way into work this morning. Hazy sunshine later today, but no precipitation in the forecast. For now, it looks like just an isolated possibility this weekend, and then heating up next week. More on the first warm forecast coming up in 15 minutes.
Ellie, thank you. Continuing coverage now, a live look at hazy St. Paul skyline this morning, courtesy of earthcam.com, where air quality alerts continue there and across the Midwest today. It's again, of course, from the fires in Canada. Minneapolis recording some of the worst air quality on Earth yesterday. Almost the entire state there is under an advisory this morning. Now back here in Wisconsin, air quality readings continue to get worse in our area. Today there's an advisory for the entire viewing area here. This is a map of just how bad the air is in southern Wisconsin. The red means unhealthy for everyone. Madison is currently in that orange, which means unhealthy for sensitive groups like kids and the elderly. The good news, again, Kelly says it should get better as we head into the weekend.
Now to a developing story in McFarland. The former village president is facing some serious criminal charges this morning. 74-year-old Bradley is a boater charged with first-degree child sexual assault of a person under the age of 13. Our Braden Ross reveals what's in the criminal complaint.
According to the criminal complaint, the victim, a 5-year-old girl, told her mom multiple times that Zaboter touched her inappropriately. She thinks that abuse happened at least 6 or 7 times. The victim told investigators Zaboter asked her if she, quote, wanted to see a cool trick on TikTok, and when she agreed, he touched her and himself inappropriately. She said Zaboter called the abuse a magic trick and told her he would go to jail if she told anyone. The complaint alleges the abuse happened between 2021 and 2022. Zaboter served as the Village of McFarland president for nearly a decade, beginning in 2012, until he decided not to run again in 2021, saying it was time to move on. He won re-election for the 4th time in 2019 by just 2 votes. McFarland Deputy Village Administrator Cassandra Swettinger confirmed village government learned of the charges yesterday, adding, quote, Mr. Zaboter's term as village president ended in April 2021, and he has not served in any official capacity since that time. The Dane County Sheriff's Office is investigating the assault and declined to comment, citing the ongoing investigation. Zaboter is expected to be in court on July 13th. In McFarland, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
We're also learning some new information this morning about the Monroe School District staff were charged with sexual assault of a child. Court records show that a 6-year-old victim, 6 years old, told authorities Andrew Swanson sexually assaulted her while she was sleeping in a tent. At first, Swanson denied the accusations and then said he was in the tent but didn't remember what happened because he drank too much. Court officials set a cash bond at $50,000 for 2 felony charges.
Police in Madison are looking for a man accused of trying to steal a car on the city's east side. This happened Tuesday night around 9 along Crystal Lane. That's off Milwaukee Street near the interstate. Officers say the guy got into the car. It was running outside. He tried to drive off in it, but the key fob was too far away for it to work. The vehicle's owner ended up chasing the man, but stopped after she heard gunshots. If you know anything about this case, if you might have seen or heard something that Tuesday night, call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. Their number is 608-266-6014.
And the search for a missing Sauk County teenager will continue for the 4th day today. 13-year-old James Yablonsky has been missing since Sunday when he reportedly left home in his family's vehicle. Crews later found that vehicle abandoned near Baraboo Bluffs. They also found the teenager's cell phone and a makeshift campsite with some of his belongings. The Sauk County Sheriff says that they've searched more than 5,000 acres so far, using 20 canine units and more than 100 officers.
The longer he's missing, the more concern there is, obviously. We're going to keep looking and hopefully find him. That's our main goal.
Officials say the terrain near the park is extremely challenging to navigate because of the dense foliage combined with the steep hills.
6:05, for the first time in over a year, the Federal Reserve deciding it won't increase interest rates. Fed Chair Jerome Powell made the announcement after a recent report showing inflation is apparently cooling. But Powell says the break won't last long. Prices of some basics are still growing.
We're not seeing a growth in our sales, and I do think that's because consumers are just tired of inflation and they're really being very cautious with their discretionary income.
The next rate increases could come as soon as next month.
A bill that would help fund your local community is now up to the governor. It has approval of lawmakers in both parties and in both chambers. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos says that what the legislature ultimately approved reflects those months-long negotiations between Republican lawmakers and the governor.
As I've said before, and I'll say it again, many of our members still have heartburn about the idea that the voters are not the ones deciding, but it was part of a broader agreement, so I think most of us are in a pretty good place on that.
There are still some moving pieces on this bill, including requiring the city of Milwaukee to put a certain amount of money toward law enforcement and raise a local sale tax. It will head to the governor's desk in a matter of days. The governor pretty happy about this. He just tweeted, "We're securing over $1 billion for our kids and our schools to improve reading and kids' mental health while making historic investments in our communities. This is a win for Wisconsin."
Well, hey, if you're looking for a new pastime, Madison apparently the perfect place to pick up pickleball. The city is 5th in the country in the number of pickleball courts it boasts. There are roughly 1.6 courts for every 10,000 people here. Madison has about 50 public outdoor courts, dual striped for pickleball and tennis. Demand hasn't let up. 8 more are on the way this year, including some with portable pickleball nets.
It's hundreds of thousands of dollars to build a new court. Well, I think the dual striping has really helped us meet the demand. Without that, we would be really struggling to keep our head above water.
A lot of demand for this sport. Garner Park is the only place in the city with designated pickleball courts, though many others had them layered over the tennis courts, that dual striping she's talking about there.
I see those pickleball players out there all the time.
I'd like to pick it up.
Yeah, I think you could. You'd be okay at it.
You questioning my
Not
athleticism?
at all. You're very athletic.
That's what I like to hear.
Very athletic.
Thank you very much, sir.
Coming up, the inspiration that led the Lodi girls soccer team to program history.
And we're living like Levi in the 608 this morning as we're coming to you live from Cuba City, looking ahead to the annual golf tournament and how you can be part of their mission. Next.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this summer only at Ashley's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% store-wide, plus special interest financing for 72 months. Only at Ashley.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you.
Experience more at the Island.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 24th and 25th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 24th and 25th in Spring Green.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best appliance deals this summer. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart's multi-million-dollar clearance event. Everything must go. Save up to 84% off store-wide. Plus special interest financing for 72 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back, everybody. We're in the 608 this morning looking ahead to the annual benefit in honor of my brother Levi.
Josh Breider is live at Cole Acres Golf Course in Cuba City this morning to tell us all about it. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. We are living like Levi in the 608 this morning, live from Cuba City at Cole Acres Golf and Grill, looking ahead to the annual benefit coming up next Saturday, the 24th. Hanging out with Levi's good friend Squeak this morning. Squeak, good morning.
Good morning.
Here we are once again. It's hard to believe that it's time for the annual golf tournament. You guys are ready.
Yeah, we're a week away, but we're very excited. We're looking forward to it.
You know, talk about how far this has come, because this is going to be the 4th annual, and the community support that you guys have seen has been incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's crazy to think that it's been 4 years, or 4th year that we're doing this, but it's just fantastic. We always have a great turnout, and the amount of items we get donated to everything for the auction and everything, it's just fantastic.
A couple of them right here behind us. So this is part of the live and silent auction that's going to be happening. What do people need to know about that?
So as soon as we're done golfing here, we're hoping to get back around 6. The live auction will be shortly after we return. So have plenty of items. This bench here from our good friend Woody. It's always so generous. It's a lot of good items. It's just, everything's great.
So that's part of the day. I know you guys are going to be playing some euchre. Of course, the golf tournament right here as well, a 9 and 18 hole, which you still do have some spots open for the 9 hole.
Yep, so if anyone's still interested, my contact info is on the flyer, so you'll be able to get a hold of me, and we'll get you going in the 9 hole outing in the morning.
Yeah, we'll get that up on channel3000.com as well. You know, when you talk about really the mission behind this, living like Levi, you guys have a mission and giving back for scholarships.
Yeah, it's fantastic. We're able to help out area students that are following in Levi's footsteps and his the direction he was going in school. So it's just great that we're able to do all that.
And you guys have been able to give out a number of scholarships already.
Yeah, it's awesome to see and just be able to help out people in the community.
You know, when you talk about this day in general, this is a day of being able to come together, but it's a day of giving back.
Right. Yeah, it's just nice that we're able to get so many people around here that are so generous. So.
Amazing. All right, let's put the information up on the screen right now. So if people are interested, when and where do they need to know about?
So next Saturday, June 24th, we'll be teeing off at 9 o'clock in the morning for the 9-hole outing, and then a noon shotgun for the afternoon 18-hole.
Very good. And then, of course, the after party over at your business in Platteville?
Yep. So afterwards, everything will be at the annex in the back bar. We'll have a silent auction and a live auction, and just everyone will be able to come together and have a good time.
A day of fun for Levi.
Of course.
All right, Squeak. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. appreciate your time here this morning. Again, we'll have all this up on channel3000.com. I've got links right over to get a hold of Squeak if you're interested in being a part of this event next Saturday. And coming up in our next half hour, guys, you've probably seen this incredible space that we're in. We're talking about the new renovations here in the new building after the former Cole Acres Golf and Grill burnt down 22 months ago. We're going to get you a sneak peek inside the new renovations. That's coming up about 6:45, guys.
Cole Acres has been so good to us, hosting us over the years. Josh, all of the folks behind this, we have to give them a shout out. Squeak, among many people stepping up and making sure Levi's memory is not forgotten and doing good in the meantime. Thousands of dollars given to students and scholarships. So Josh, we appreciate you highlighting this morning.
You bet.
In the meantime, don't forget, let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. 6:15. Kelly Slifka is outside with your first warn weather. Some hazy skies above him, Kelly.
Yeah, really hard to even see the sun out of the sky this morning because of the smoke from those wildfires. It's gotten a little bit closer to the surface. I could actually smell it coming into work this morning on my bike. I'll occasionally get a whiff of it. You can see on our sky cam here at the station as we look over southern Wisconsin. Can definitely see that haze, and that will be with us throughout the morning hours. So expecting that haze to continue to cause some problems. Temperatures today in the upper 70s. That smoke may actually keep us down a degree or two because it's blocking out the sunlight, the solar radiation. Still expecting upper 70s today, not the 80s that we saw yesterday. Air quality advisories all of Wisconsin, except for right along Lake Michigan shoreline, extends into Minnesota, where the air quality there is very unhealthy in the Rochester area, the southern Twin Cities metro area, where they've had visibilities down less than 3 miles because of that smoke. We have a cold front now that is bringing some of that smoke down toward the surface. So I think the worst conditions are going to be this morning. Eventually enough of a wind should stir things up a little bit, so we might see a little bit of improvement. We'll watch that on our future track. So the morning hours, you see the deepest oranges starting to disperse a little bit. Going in the afternoon, albeit lightly. So I think we'll still see the hazy conditions this afternoon into tonight and also tomorrow. But I think the worst conditions are going to be coming in as we go through the morning hours into the early afternoon hours. Bottom line, we got the hazy conditions today with the air quality advisory with that smoke from those wildfires coming in from Canada. Upper 70s today and tomorrow. I think we'll generally get into the low to mid 80s this weekend, and also dry conditions. Unfortunately, just cannot buy any kind of rain. And the drought monitor will be coming in about an hour's time. That'll be the latest drought conditions across the United States. And I expect that drought to be obviously worse with the lack of rain that we've had. 59 right now in Madison, 60 in Oregon, 61 in Perry, Mount Horeb at 58. So a mild start to the morning, cold front passing through, hazy sunshine throughout the morning hours. By the noon hour in the low 70s. Northerly winds may disperse some of that smoke a little bit, but you can count on hazy conditions going in the afternoon. Want to take a look at the probability of precipitation, the precipitation amounts. This is going into next week, and look at how we've got this donut hole right over Wisconsin. We get these storms firing up over the Dakotas, moving to Minnesota, and they act like a roadblock right when it hits the Badger State. So not good chance of rain going forward. Our first warn forecast, upper 70s today and tomorrow, low to mid 80s this weekend. The only chance of rain we have in that 10-day forecast is on Father's Day. Heating up next week with mid to upper 80s throughout much of next week.
During the last 4 seasons, nobody has been better in the Big Ten than Wisconsin. The Badgers have won 4 straight conference titles, and the road for a 5th consecutive crown begins on September 22nd at Northwestern. UW unveiled their Big Ten slate for the upcoming season. Conference home opener is September 24th against Indiana. Here are the big ones you need to see live at the Fieldhouse. October 18th against Ohio State, October 29th against Minnesota, and November 24th when Nebraska comes to town. Never before has Lodi been in the state girls soccer tournament. That is until this season. The Blue Devils finally made it to Milwaukee. And thanks to a little reminder from Joe Burkholz, this group isn't playing just for each other. They're playing for her. It's been a goal for the Lodi girls soccer team for a long time.
We've been talking about trying to go to state every year. That's always your goal, is you always want to go to state.
And this season, the Blue Devils did it.
We're getting flat blue.
I feel like a lot of us didn't actually realize or think we'd ever get to that point, so it was just, I was in shock.
They're state bound for the first time in program history.
Kind of feels like a dream. Like I said, just a dream. We don't, it doesn't feel real.
They did it by what Joe Burkholz and his coaching staff like to call playing for her.
Do it for her, do it for her, do it for her. and they really bought into it. I think it really means a lot to them.
Her.
Good run.
As in the younger versions of themselves.
We chose to play soccer as a little person, and we are continuing to work hard every single day, and playing for the younger version of ourselves is where we wanted to be today.
And the little girls watching in the stands.
I think that they are really aware of that fact. Yeah, there's younger girls that are watching, and it's really fun to see. It's really fun to be that role model for those girls that are coming out.
Because win or lose, the Hers they're playing for,
take a look, you got tons of time,
are proud of what this team has become. And it was a big Wednesday for legendary high school boys basketball coach Jerry Pettigrew. The former Cuba City head coach received the Hometown Hero Award from the Wisconsin State Assembly. With over 1,000 wins to his name, Pettigrew is the winningest high school basketball coach in Wisconsin. During his 52 years at Cuba City, he led the Cubans to 3 state titles. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
A legend. 6:20 coming up. A unique Lake Geneva tradition returns just in time for the summer.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices across Dane County and Wisconsin this morning. We'll be right back.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Do you suffer from GERD? Join Stoughton Health to learn how the minimally invasive LINX procedure may benefit you. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 22nd. Visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events to register.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get an Explorer and get 0% APR financing for 36 months, $1,000 low APR cash, and $1,000 retail bonus cash. See your dealer.
This is Iowa. We just haven't been properly introduced. Say hello to the place where rolling hills meets low bills, where our fields, inside and out, are always growing, and where the fun is just getting started. This is Iowa. So, when are you coming to see us?
Camp for less at Camping World in DeForest. We have hundreds of RVs to choose from with quality pre-owned RVs starting at $99.99 and new RVs starting at just $134 a month. Plus, every RV purchase comes with a Good Sam Elite membership and access to our nationwide service network. We guarantee you'll get the best deal or give you $1,000. Stock up on everything you need for the RV and campsite with our huge selection of RV accessories. Looking to sell your RV? We pay the most. Click, call, or come in to Camping World in DeForest today.
Oh, everybody, let's eat naturally. Natural recipes, great taste is guaranteed.
Natural recipes. Beneful. Eat happy. Try new Incredibites. Just for small dogs.
Don't wait until the weekend to enjoy a thick charbroiled steak made to your liking. Make a weeknight steak night at High Point Steakhouse, Southern Wisconsin's premier supper club. Well worth the short drive to Ridgeway.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized sale, going on now at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Do you suffer from GERD? Join Stoughton Health to learn how the minimally invasive LINX procedure may benefit you. The educational talk will take place over Zoom on June 22nd. Visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events to register.
Hey, we want to thank Linda for sharing her morning with us. This is a woodpecker. She tells me.
Linda had to tell us, and she told Chris instead of me.
You know, she's got the direct connection.
Gosh darn
via
it.
the Facebook
a little
Messenger.
birdie told
okay.
Chris. That
Party hard.
It's a great picture. Thank you for sharing it, and thank you for messaging me. I love it when the fans message me. It rarely happens, but I love it when it does.
He's kind of a big deal, Kelly.
all those groupies.
Hey, it's summertime, and that means that the male jumpers on Lake Geneva are back. If you haven't seen this, this is really fascinating because, you know, these people who live on Lake, all the rich Chicago folk, you know, who live on Lake Geneva need their mail in the summer.
It's true.
And this is how
And they
get
did it fast.
Facts. Straight facts.
Yes, they're trying out.
I like how he kissed the duck. That was pretty
Aww.
They're trying out male jumpers. If you haven't seen it, they start on the boat, they go around, they jump off, put it in the mailbox, and then hop back on the boat in time. Sometimes they don't make it.
We do have video of
That's some
one
of the best video.
young gentleman not making it. It's quite a doozy.
Yeah,
no,
it's
she
always
makes
good.
it, I
And
think.
it's a requirement of Milwaukee TV stations to show up with a camera every year because it makes for good TV.
All right, this is the
Yes,
guy
this
who
guy.
misses it.
Oh, boy.
Everyone look up from your breakfast. This is hilarious.
hustle.
Let's go, buddy!
Almost.
Oh.
Not
Points for
quite.
style, though.
Not quite.
Really nice jump.
You know, if I had one of those homes, I'd probably mess with them somehow. I don't know how. Maybe like lock the mailbox so they can't get in.
You know
that's
what you could
mean, Kelly.
You know what you could do? You could put like oil, like baby oil, all over
now
the
that
deck.
would be not good.
Stanford, that's like
Don't give anybody any
hazardous.
ideas.
That's awful of you.
All right. Don't
Anything
do
for the
that,
TV.
folks. Don't do that.
Oh my goodness. 6:25. Over to Kelly Slifka with a look at those hazy skies out there.
Yeah, we do have the air quality advisory in effect until noon because of that smoke. So if you have any respiratory problems, probably limit your time outdoors, especially this morning. Upper 50s, and this morning the hazy sunshine will continue this afternoon, and that may actually keep our temperatures down a degree or two from where they could be because it's blocking some of that sun. So as you plan your day, that smoke this morning, temperatures in the upper 70s with hazy sunshine today.
Thanks, Kelly. Hey, coming up, who's seeing the worst of that smoke in the sky?
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
For over 50 years, Purina Cat Chow has been helping cats feel at home with trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow.
How white do you think your teeth really are? Let's try the tissue test. Oof, still yellow. Whitening toothpaste can only do so much.
There's Toothpaste White and there's Crest 3D White Strips White. They whiten like a $400 professional treatment.
So much whiter.
Crest.
Want a smarter way to mop? Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with hundreds of scrubbing strips that absorb and lock dirt away for a mop and bucket clean in half the time. Mop smarter with the new Swiffer Power Mop.
Ryder Chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
It's easy to get lost in investment research. Introducing JP Morgan Personal Advisors.
Hey, David.
Connect with an advisor to create your personalized plan.
Let's find the right investments for your goals.
Okay, great.
JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Post says the key is under the Bisanguita cactus.
When you want to easily unlock your vacation,
Really helpful.
it matters where you stay. True by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
At Papa Murphy's, we do more than just pizza. We do calzones.
Actually, I do the calzones.
And how do you do it, Dad?
How do I do it?
How do I do it?
Order now at papamurphys.com.
When you download the Pick and Save app, you have easy access to savings every day and get personalized coupons sent straight to your phone. Save big today when you download the Pick and Save app. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
All of a sudden, we're sitting there and we hear just a loud kind of boom and a shake, in the house.
Right now, continuing coverage of Wednesday's deadly plane crash. We'll share how the investigation changes starting this morning.
It does really take an entire city to create a culture of safety.
Plus, a new crime report. Madison's mayor says it's on everyone to make the city safer.
And as we take a look outside this morning, Kelly says the skies should really be hazy again today.
Yeah, we do have the air quality advisory for all of southern Wisconsin in effect until noon. Conditions will gradually get better today, but expecting that haze to continue.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly smelled the smoke out there this morning on his way in on his bicycle, as he usually did. It's something that people should really take note of today.
Yeah, you couldn't smell it the whole way through, but you get a whiff here and there, and you're like, is there a house fire over here? But no, it's actually that smoke from these wildfires. So it has made it down to the surface, and that's why it is causing some respiratory issues for some that have issues with air quality, so probably limit your time outdoors. And a lot of this is going to be near the surface this morning. As we get in the afternoon hours, a little bit more of a wind out of the north will stir things up a little bit and disperse some of that smoke, but still expecting some of that haze to continue even into the afternoon. Now, visibilities have been down due to the smoke, but we've also seen a little bit of fog or low-level moisture with this, and that's why visibilities are down to 4 miles in Madison, 1.5 miles in Janesville. Along the Wisconsin River, some of that fog is reducing visibilities down to 2.5 miles in Boscobel. Right now, we're at 59. Notice we do have a north wind. Cold front just lurking to our north. It's a very slow-moving front, and it's pretty weak, but it is enough to bring in some of that smoke from those wildfires coming in from Canada this morning. It'll be still hazy this afternoon. This weekend, though, after upper 70s today and tomorrow, we'll be in the low to mid 80s this weekend. Only chance of a shower, it looks like, will be on Sunday, and that is extended into next week. So unfortunately, the drought conditions are going to get worse, and we'll have an update on that drought monitor, the drought conditions, coming up in about an hour from now. Early this afternoon, mid-70s with hazy sunshine here at 2 o'clock. Looking at hazy sunshine throughout the day, upper 70s. That smoke may actually keep these temperatures down from where they could be if we had all that sun. Readings in the 60s this morning, rising into the low 70s by the noon hour. Right now, those winds are light. Those will pick up a little bit going into the afternoon hours. Talk more about the rain chances for the weekend and what we can expect, and some heat going into next week. More on that coming up in about 15 minutes.
Sounds good, Kelly. Folks, you can stay on top of the air quality and any chances of rain with the First Warn Weather app. You can download it today for free.
6:32 now. The National Transportation Safety Board will be out at the site of a deadly plane crash in Watertown this morning. 2 people died in that crash around 9 yesterday. You can see the debris that's left in the park where this happened. Police say the plane had taken off from the city's airport several miles away. One witness who lives near the park described what he heard.
I was just sitting at the desk working, and the kids were playing around. And me and my son, all of a sudden, we're sitting there, and we hear just a loud kind of boom and a shake, in the house.
The NTSB says the plane type, a Mooney M20R aircraft, can carry up to 4 people. Police say the crash caused a couple of little fires in the area. 2 firefighters, though, were able to put them out quickly.
Air quality readings keep getting worse in Wisconsin. Today, there is an advisory for all of our viewing area. We want to show you a map of just how bad the air is in southern Wisconsin this morning. The red means unhealthy for everyone. We're currently in the orange, which means unhealthy for sensitive groups like kids and the elderly. The good news, Kelly says, is that it should get better as we head into the weekend. Now let's take a look live at St. Paul, Minnesota this morning, courtesy of EarthCam.com, where they experienced the worst air quality in the country yesterday for a second time this year. It's all again because of those wildfires burning out of control in Canada.
Developing news this morning, a Verona school staff member on unpaid leave after being accused of hitting a high school student during an argument. The district didn't name the employee, but court records identify him as Corey Saffold. Saffold is the district's director of security and crisis management. The 44-year-old faces a single count of child abuse intentionally causing harm. He's been on leave since the incident happened about a month ago on May 18th.
And a 46-year-old Madison man missing this morning. Police say Cody McCartney was last seen Tuesday afternoon near Tenney Park. Police are worried about him for some reason. McCartney was last seen wearing a baseball cap, sunglasses, a T-shirt, khaki shorts, and deck shoes. If you see him, call 911.
An update to another missing persons case. There's still no sign of 17-year-old Mazio Shavaria. There's a picture of her on your screen right now. She's been missing since Tuesday morning. She walked away from her home on Flagstone Park on Madison's far west side. It's not clear if she's with someone or where she might be headed. She was last seen wearing a green summer jacket and pajama pants. If you see her, you should call police. The phone number is 608-255-2345.
And of course, we continue to cover the disappearance of 13-year-old James Yablonsky. Those search efforts will continue again this morning for a fourth day. He's been missing since Sunday when he reportedly left home in his family's vehicle. More than 100 officers and 20 dogs have searched 5,000 acres near Devil's Lake. If you see James or have any information on where he could be, please call the Sauk County Sheriff's Office at 608-355-4495.
More local news now. Major crimes like burglaries, stolen cars, and shots fired cases all down across the city of Madison. So far this year, police count 71 cases of shots fired. That's about a 15% decrease compared to this time last year. That same report shows a 20% decrease in burglaries across the city. That's compared to the previous 3-year average, and stolen vehicles are also down 26%. Meanwhile, city leaders are tackling safety on the streets as well. Nearly 24 projects are approved for this year's Safe Streets program. That's aimed at reducing crashes. Even with the best plans, though, and some good results so far, city leaders say it will take everyone to make Madison safer.
It does really take an entire city to create a culture of safety. And that's what we're trying to do here, whether that's safety around mental health or transportation or just safety in our neighborhoods. And it's important that we all be engaged in that to make Madison a safer place.
There are also plans this fall to expand the CARES team that responds to mental health calls.
The Health and Human Services Secretary is warning Americans are facing a crisis. And the threat is gun violence. The Gun Violence Archive has recorded nearly 250 shootings across the nation in the last 72 hours. Now, federal officials are sounding the alarm on the effects of gun violence and what it's leaving on the U.S.
Gun violence is a healthcare crisis in this country. I think it is important that we take actions to protect our communities and our neighborhoods.
Gun-related injuries and deaths are at the highest they've ever been in our history. According to the CDC, more than 45,000 people died from gun-related injuries in 2021. 22 and 23 are expected to surpass these numbers. President Biden, by the way, is expected to veto a House bill looking to overturn new federal gun regulations.
Happening today, the 5th annual Janesville Grand Prix coming to the town square. It's the first race in the Pro-Am cycling series. Over the next couple of days, racers from 40 states and 15 countries will take part. Festivities start just after 11 this morning. It's 6:37 on your Thursday. Coming up after the break, we're taking some time for kids.
We're talking about food insecurity this morning and how access to healthy food benefits the whole community.
And we do have the smoke from the wildfires that have been reducing visibilities this morning. The smoke will be fairly thick this morning, but we are expecting some improvement. First warning forecast coming up.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
DePaco Credit Union empowers your well-being, helps you reach your goals. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
When Arby's added bacon to the Wagyu Steakhouse burger, it was like, not bad. Then Arby's grabbed that peppercorn ranch and has never felt more alive. Arby's, we have the meat.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get a new Ford Edge with 0% APR financing for 36 months, only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
When the Davises booked their Verbo vacation home, they didn't know about this view. Or the 200-year-old tree in the backyard. Or their neighbors down the hill. But one thing they did know is exactly how much they'd pay. Because Verbo is different. You see the total price up front. Of course, it's good to leave room for some surprises.
Feel protected under our roof with expert agents who will find the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
News 3 Now first met them in 2017.
When Mom got cancer, I got cancer.
Now they reveal a heartbreaking update.
It's really hard.
What they want you to know about their inseparable bond. Tonight at 6.
Madison Mallards Baseball brings you a night of fireworks on the base paths. And after the game is over, don't miss the Mallards' next fireworks night, Friday, June 16th against the Lakeshore Chinooks. Get your tickets today. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of Madison Mallards Baseball. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the Best Morning Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
The health of our kids and our community means investing in more than just one aspect of our well-being. That's why News 3 Now and SSM Health are focusing on the keys of health this year. As we move into summer, we're taking a deeper look at how consistent access to food year-round impacts the overall health and well-being of our kids. SSM Health Regional Director of Community Health, Megan Tim, joins us once again today to talk about how improving food access and food security can help us all unlock a healthier community. So let's start by talking about what food insecurity actually means, Megan.
Yeah, it's a good place to start. So some folks, I think, believe that food insecurity is about not having enough of any food to fill your belly. But really, it's about having enough healthy food for every person in the household to live a healthy and active lifestyle. So it's not just having, the corner store convenience foods. It's about having nourishing foods for our families.
How does food insecurity impact a child's health throughout their life?
Yeah, so we know during the school year, of course, if a student doesn't have access to healthy foods, we can't expect them to learn and be focused in school and paying attention and thriving in any of their extracurriculars. And the same goes in the summer, really. Enjoying those healthy activities outdoors, we need to nourish our bodies in order for our kids to grow and live healthy lives.
A big part of this is the community as well. How does this, correlate the health of our kids, making sure that they have enough to eat, enough nutritional food to eat? How does that impact everybody?
Yeah, it's really, I talk about this a lot, that it's not just up to that individual family to have enough food. It is really a community issue. When we have growers and we have distributors, and there's a long line of the chain of getting food to a table. And so it's really all of our responsibility to make sure that our families and especially our children have the food that they need.
All right. Megan, with SSM Health, thank you so much. Good information. Look forward to working with you more.
Thanks for having me.
6:43 out to Kelly Slifka on our weather patio. Can you still smell the smoke out there, Kelly?
I can't really smell it right now, but when I was coming into work this morning on my bike, I got a whiff of it here and there. It almost feels like you can smell a fire somewhere, but it's that smoke from those wildfires that have gotten near the surface. You can see the haze over Madison this morning, so that's that smoke that's coming down toward the surface. So if you have any respiratory problems, you want to keep inside as much as you can, especially this morning. 77 degrees expected today. Now that smoke is actually blocking out enough of the sun that may keep our temperatures down a degree or two. Had we had the sun instead of the smoke. This just came in now. This is the air quality. Now, you notice that area of red that's just to the northwest of Madison. I know a lot of this is very hard to see, but Madison is in the orange, so that's unhealthy for sensitive individuals. As you get up towards Sauk City, you get toward the Dells, Reedsburg, you're seeing that area of red expanding down toward Platteville, seeing that red as well. This extends all the way throughout much of southeastern Minnesota and northeastern Iowa. Therefore, we have air quality advisories. This is in effect officially in Madison until noon. They'll discuss whether or not they'll extend that into the afternoon. You can expect the haze to continue, but I think the bulk of the smoke is coming in this morning, and that's because we have this very weak cold front, but it's enough to stir up that smoke and bring it down toward the surface this morning. Eventually, we'll have enough of a north wind that'll bring in some somewhat clearer air going into the afternoon. So the bulk of the smoke this morning, as we go in the afternoon hours, the deepest of oranges start to spread out a little bit. So the conditions should improve a little bit later today, and that'll continue into Friday as well. Not expecting as much haze, but still likely to see a little bit of haze going into tomorrow as well. So air quality advisory this morning for that smoke. Reducing visibilities less than 5 miles per time. Upper 70s today and tomorrow will generally be dry through the weekend with temperatures rising into the low to mid 80s. Mid to upper 70s today. We probably would be hitting closer to 80 today if we didn't have that smoke this morning. 59 right now in Madison, so a mild start to the morning, but that cold front will keep our temperatures down a little bit from where we were yesterday. Already up to 61 in Stoughton and Oregon. Just updated there, 60 right now in Cottage Grove. Hazy sunshine this morning will be in the low 70s here at the noon hour, topping out in the upper 70s. Low 80s near parts of southwestern Wisconsin. The drought conditions, we have the moderate drought across much of southern Wisconsin. This will likely expand. We get the updated conditions in the next 45 minutes. And unfortunately, this is just going to get worse and worse. We are looking at below average precipitation over the next 6 to 10 days. Upper 70s today and tomorrow with the hazy sunshine, low to mid 80s this weekend. There's that only possibility of a shower on Father's Day. Otherwise looking quiet. The first day of summer is next Wednesday. Definitely going to feel it with mid to upper 80s by the middle and later part of next week.
Okay, Kelly, thanks for the warning. We appreciate it. 6:45, we are in the 608 this morning looking ahead to the annual benefit in honor of my brother Levi.
Josh Breider's live at Coal Acres Golf Course in Cuba City this morning to tell us all about it. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, the Levi Lynchide Memorial will be held here at Coal Acres next Saturday, the 24th. And we're also giving you a look at the renovations done here at Coal Acres since they had a fire about 22 months ago. So this is the first time that this memorial outing is going to be held here with this brand new space. The GM, Headley, is up early with us this morning. Headley, good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
Congratulations on this beautiful new space.
Thank you. Thank you. We're very proud of it.
You know, this has been 22 months in the making. Obviously started with tragedy from that fire almost 2 years ago.
Yeah, we had Mother's Day weekend of 21. We got a call in the middle of the night. The building was on fire, and being a rural location, by the time the fire departments got here, there wasn't much left. It was through the roof, and there wasn't much to save, so we had to start from scratch.
You know, we have a few photos of really this transformation process because it did take almost 2 years for you guys to come back, but that support that you guys have gotten during this time has been unbelievable.
It has been unbelievable. I mean, people have reached out, you know, old members, you know, families of maybe some of our founding members that were here have contributed to our cause. It's really been a really community effort.
So here you are, strong as ever and probably better than ever with this brand new space.
You know, there's silver lining in everything. So yeah, we're now all on one level. Our old building was 2 levels. It had, you know, we were up and down steps to the dining room. So now we've eliminated all that. We're handicap accessible. We can get in and out. Yeah, much better space. We're very proud of it.
Yeah, and you have community public space as well, so you're able to partner up for benefits like the Levi Lynchide Memorial, which is really a big part of your guys' mission too.
It is. We've done, we do a lot of memorial, I mean, not just memorial, but benefit golf tournaments for different things, scholarship funds, fire departments, all that kind of stuff, different memorial golf tournaments. But we're a space, we've held hunter safety classes here. The Lions Club have met here. We really want to be open to the public.
You know, and you have a lot of folks supporting you from Lafayette, Grant County. This is a big part of the community here.
It's a big part of the community. Yeah, again, I had talked about that we're kind of the center of Hazel Green and Benton and Cuba City. You know, a lot of people have grown up here. it's really part of the community.
So if people have not been out here, come check out Cole Acres.
Come check out Cole Acres, absolutely.
Awesome.
Come see
Headley,
us.
thank you so much. I appreciate your time this morning. Again, the Levi Linshai Memorial is coming up next Saturday, June 24th. If we can put the information up on the screen right now, there still is an opportunity for you to be a part of the 9-hole tournament. The 18-hole tournament is full, but there are some spots on the 9-hole tournament. That's all happening here at Cole Acres. And then the after party will be back in Platteville. That's at the Back Bar Annex. You heard from Squeak a little bit earlier this morning. That's happening there. So it's a whole day of fun for the whole family, of course, giving back for those scholarships and living like Levi would here in the 608. Leah, this is such a wonderful community. You can see you have so much support. Shout out to everyone that is giving back like Levi would. We love to see this every year. 4th annual. It's crazy to see how much good has been done, guys.
Yeah, it's hard not to tear up. Yeah. We get so much support from that community. I am so appreciative, and so is the rest of my family. So, Josh, thanks for highlighting it. We'd love to see anybody out there next weekend. I will be there at the Annex afterward. Come say hi at the very least.
Josh Bryder will talk to you later. And please remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
Forget about it. Okay, it's 6:49. Coming up in the morning sprint, a big honor for a local high school basketball coach.
And we want to say happy birthday to Jenna and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. Have a great one.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I am is a little mysterious.
So what do you think?
I love it.
Bipolar 1, I got help to push back.
I got help to push back.
We got help to push back with Lybalvi.
Once daily prescription Lybalvi is proven to treat manic or mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults to help you push back. Elderly patients with dementia have an increased risk of death or stroke. Do not take Lybalvi if you are taking opioids or are in opioid withdrawal. The samidorphan in Lybalvi can cause severe opioid withdrawal that can lead to hospitalization or increased risk of life-threatening overdose. Get emergency help if you have trouble breathing, become very drowsy with slowed or shallow breathing, or feel faint, very dizzy, or confused. Or if you have fever, stiff muscles, confusion, rash, swollen glands, or problems with your liver, kidneys, heart, or lungs. Other serious side effects may include high cholesterol, weight gain, potentially fatal high blood sugar, uncontrolled body movements, which may be permanent, dizziness upon standing or falls.
Are you ready to push back against bipolar 1? Ask your doctor if Lybalvi is right for you.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
These epic offers won't last forever.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
McFarland's former president is facing charges in the sexual assault of a child. 74-year-old Bradley Zaboter is accused in the criminal complaint. It details how a 5-year-old told her mom multiple times the man touched her inappropriately. The child told her mother Zaboter called the abuse a magic trick. He's expected in court in mid-July.
Senator Tammy Baldwin and other U.S. senators introducing the Volunteer First Responder Housing Act. It's a bipartisan bill to provide volunteer firefighters and first responders affordable housing. The goal is to recruit and retain more officers, especially in rural areas. Departments across the country have seen a shortage of first responders the last few years.
The Wisconsin Assembly is honoring legendary Cuba City boys basketball coach Jerry Pettigrew as a hometown hero. He retired after 54 years of coaching, 52 of them for Cuba City. There he is. The Hometown Hero Award is a legislative honor given to people who've made a difference in their community.
Doesn't get more legendary than that
No,
in high school basketball in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Meantime, state health officials are urging members of Badger Care Plus and Medicaid to renew their plans on time to avoid coverage gaps. Renewal packets have been sent out to some 53,000 households in the state. If you've got one, you should renew by tomorrow.
South Korea says North Korea launching a ballistic missile off its eastern coast. This is breaking news this morning. Last year, the country launched a record 68 missile tests. It's expected to break that record this year. All the while, the nation is facing a major famine since it closed its borders for the COVID pandemic.
3 teenagers in Maryland being charged as adults for an alleged murder plot on a school bus. Each teen faces 16 charges for attempting to shoot a middle school student in the head. Investigators say the teens got on a school bus in May and attacked a 14-year-old. A 4th teen is also accused of helping and will face lesser charges. 9
women who accused Bill Cosby of sexual abuse are now filing a lawsuit asking for a jury trial against the comedian. The women allege they were either given pills or tainted drinks by Cosby during encounters in Nevada and were sexually assaulted while drugged. The lawsuit was filed just weeks after a new law took effect in Nevada, eliminating the statute for limitations for most sexual assault cases.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as we continue to see the hazy conditions due to the smoke from the wildfires blocking out a lot of that sun this morning. So we do have air quality alerts going into this morning. Because of that smoke up until noon, things should gradually get better as we go into the afternoon. Still expecting some haze later on today. 60 right now in Madison, 59 in Janesville, 58 in the Dells. A mild start to the morning. We'll have the hazy sunshine throughout the day. Mid to upper 70s later this afternoon. That smoke actually keeping temperatures down a little bit from where they could be. So as you plan your day, looking at some 60s this morning, noon hour, up close to 70. Should be tapping out in the upper 70s here in Madison, maybe a little bit warmer to the south and west. With hazy sunshine today, we'll still see a little bit of that haze tomorrow, probably not as thick as today. Conditions improve as far as the smoke, but we are looking at some warmer temperatures this weekend. Unfortunately, not a lot of rain. That forecast, maybe an isolated shower on Sunday on Father's Day. Otherwise, we're heating up as we head into a summer next week.
What are you thinking about humidity for the weekend?
Weekend should be okay. Next week, we'll start to see that creep up.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Another news and weather update in 30 minutes.